Assalamu alaikum. Good afternoon. I am delighted to discuss a topic that I am keen on and that represents the story of a nation awakening. As you may know, Kuwait is only 50 years young in terms of democracy, but we have made significant advancement in a short period of time. We started by writing our constitution in 1962 that promotes equality, freedom of speech, and protect individual human rights. However, women were prevented from voting and participating in politics, even though their right to vote was embedded in the constitution. Ms. Nouriya Saddani, a Kuwaiti citizen, felt unrepresented in her country, and in 1971, she appealed to the parliament, but she was unsuccessful. A member of parliament took notice of her action, and he took a stand to rectify the situation, but he was also unsuccessful. Since then, 10 individuals, including the Amir himself, stood up for women voices to be heard, but to no avail. Also, university students refused to remain silent. They established a student union called Democratic Circle in 1974, which I joined later, to take a stand and correct the situation by increasing awareness among students through inviting activists, parliament members, and government officials to our campus for seminars and debates to raise our point of view. We hoped that by the time the students are old enough, they would vote or influence others to vote in favor of women's rights. And 34 years later, activist group, government parliament member and voters took a stand together for women's right to vote. And on May 16, 2005, we succeeded. And finally, Ms. Nouriya Saddani voted. Today, Kuwait is privileged to have 6 women in the parliament. My stand for humanitarian rights continues. Last year, we had a national youth project, an initiative by the Amir of Kuwait to form a bridge between himself and the youth of the country. And I was selected to become a member of the National Youth Project. It was an opportunity for us to discuss our priorities and challenges. One of the main issues was social security and integration. We were concerned about how our society was divided based on religion, ethnicity, and even geography. Once again, the law was ineffective. It failed to protect our rights against wasta and hate speech. Wasta is the practice of discrimination and corruption. We discovered through a survey we conducted and from the parliamentary election results. Worse, voters were favoring candidates with bias to their own religious and ethnic background. Worse, the survey showed that 40% of youth believed a new law would not be able to ensure fair treatment and address these human rights issues. Therefore, through the National Youth Project, we took a stand. We decided to be part of the solution rather than magnifying the problem through just complaining. And we started our awareness campaign consisting of 1, petitioning against hate speech, which resulted in a 10,000 signature. 2, promoting equality and discouraging wasta through directing a play in one of the biggest shopping malls in Kuwait. As of today, this video has over 160,000 hits on YouTube. 3, sponsoring a volunteer program for teenagers called Spread the Passion, designed to integrate the different parts of our society. By being very direct and transparent with the Amir about our concern. Today, the National Youth Project has become an official government ministry dedicated to youth, dedicated to youth affairs. Today, we are all here to take a stand as delegate and ambassador to make our voices heard. Remember, the law is not always enough to protect the human rights. Ms. Nouria's rights were embedded in an ineffective law, and it took 34 years of campaigning before she could exercise that right. So all of you here in this room, when you see injustice, take a stand. Take a stand together and keep going forward, no matter how long it takes, because the world is our responsibility. In Kuwait, Ms. Nouria took a stand for her human rights, and it took 34 years, but she voted. Let's not allow another 34 years to pass by. Take a stand today. Thank you.